AI will cause a lot of chaos in jobs, a lot of chaos, very
Mm,
fast. Some
mm.
jobs will disappear, others will appear that didn't exist, and one in the middle, they will shift the way they work.
So what moved you from shifting from software engineering to AI strategy?
If we follow the last years and we see how technology is transforming business and where is the biggest opportunity coming for businesses, it's obviously the answer is artificial intelligence right now.
When you are a software engineer, you tend to think about AI in a different manner, right? But now when you move to the business side, how do you see AI right now?
You take these tools, you put them in a business, and now you've empowered everyone with averageness.
Yes.
Everyone becomes average in one shot. In the software engineering field, a lot of new jobs will be created. What we need to do is to be open and to be able to adapt very fast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tech Finds Tech. Today, we have a very special guest from Saudi. His name is Ayoub Merimi. He's the CEO of Pipenile, and we'll talk about more about his journey and about his life so far. Thank you, Ayoub, for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me.
No worries. So before we kick this off, if you could introduce yourself and tell the audience more about what you have been doing and a bit about your background.
Yeah, so I'm a software engineer by education. That's what I've been studying, math, physics, etc. And then I went to computer science. Then I went through a journey of development. Then I went into management of software engineers in like big organizations with big scales. We're talking about like multi-million customers trying to make requests per second. And then I went into the direction into hidden the strategies, hidden the transformations of businesses. And that's where I stayed so far.
Mm-hmm. So you talk about, being a software engineer and then going into AI strategy. Tell me more about this journey. Why did you think that? Because it's a bit of a different trajectory normally. Software engineers tend to go stay in that field. So what moved you from shifting from software engineering to AI strategy?
So from an early age, what interested me was technology and business, both in the same time. So when I went following my passion for technology, I always kept in mind that I wanted to apply it to business. I didn't want to go technology for technology. That's something that other people like. There are people that are very deep into like optimizing technology for technology, but I've always been connected into discovering technologies and its impact on business. If we follow the last years and we see how technology is transforming business and where is the biggest opportunity coming for businesses, it's obviously the answer is artificial intelligence right now. So it was actually a very smooth transformation based on what I cared about, that I was going to be transferred and I was going to check the part of AI that was outside of that hype, outside of AI is amazing, AI is going to transform everything, AI is dangerous for humans, into what can AI do for the businesses on a very core level. So I took with me all of my years of computer science experience and AI deeply with technicality, and I tried to answer that question and I tried to apply it in the companies where I worked. And that's how that journey went smoothly, actually, until today.
Perfect. And when you were and like you said, when you are a software engineer, you tend to think about AI in a different manner, right? But now when you move to the business side, uh, how do you see AI right now? Obviously, there might be a change of thought. So how do you see AI now?
So if you speak about AI technically, you would get a set of a data set, like a problem. Let's say you want to predict the stock movement or you want to recommend movies to customers. You will get the data. And all of what you have to do is find the best model that will give you the best accuracy with some metrics that are related to that. So you would say, for example, I need to work deeply to make this prediction work 97%. There are other metrics, precision, recall, but let's simplify it and say the accuracy of this model. And the more accurate it is, the happier you are. Like you've made a great job. When you go to business, what was a great job may and may not be a very good job. So let's take an example of banking, where every decision matters. like accuracy is extremely important. And you would see that the chain of rules that the banks put are in place to eliminate bad decisions and to make sure no catastrophe happens on that level. And now you tell them, I have an artificial intelligence model that will make you accurate 97 of the time, and 3% of the time you will be wrong. But this information doesn't flow. People are just having AI. Oh, how much time does it take you to make a decision? 3 days. Now it's going to happen in 1 minute. And the information of
Yes.
accuracy just disappears. But it's extremely important. And now you start thinking about AI in the hands of humans. So you take some tools that are
Mm,
doing very good and you combine it with a junior employee in a company. And now you have to think differently. What would the junior person without an experience in his field use this AI answers? Will it trust it entirely? Will it trust it partially? The other thing that you would do as a software engineer or AI model creator is that you would take the data and create models based on it, right? The data is statistical data. So let's say you want to create a model in the field of design. You would take data from humans, gather the designers' data, and then you would train the model on it. But we all know that the normal distribution of expertise is that most people would be average in their field. We will have
mhm.
few outliers that are extremely good, extremely expert in their field, and few outliers that are very bad and very, like they're not great at the performance in that field.
Yeah.
So most
Yeah.
of the data is average. So
Mhm,
basically,
mhm.
the AI will give you the most average solution because it's a statistical model, the most average. You take this amazing AI that gives you the average, and let's take an example like big, large language models, right? If I'm a software engineer and I use it in design, it's great because it's better than me. If I use it in answering my legal issues, it's good because it's better than me, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not better than an expert in legal. You take these tools, you put them in a business, and now you've empowered everyone with averageness.
Yes.
Everyone
Yes.
becomes average in one shot. And these
Mhm,
are things that I didn't use to think about when my role was to make the biggest, the most amazing, the most accurate model.
mhm, mhm. True. I mean, that's absolutely true. So, in Abiat, so what were the biggest challenges when you were connecting online stores and in stores and then the customer experience into one system? What were the biggest challenges you faced?
Yeah, making one omni journey that it links the physical stores to online experiences is extremely hard. It's really,
Mm,
really hard to make
mm,
sure that the customer, whatever point they come at, whatever point they are in their journey, they are able to have the choice between checking online or go into the store is really a difficult challenge to solve. But if I have to choose the moment where it was extremely challenging and an issue that was very hard to solve was the ability to make the right decision when you create an omni-channel. And let's take an example. If you have an e-commerce and like 100 customer come to your e-commerce and 5% of them convert and they buy something from e-commerce, you would try and put your best effort at optimizing it and making it 6%, 7%, 8%.
mhm.
When you create an omni-channel, this very obvious action may be very bad for your business. And let's take an example for it. You have a customer,
Yeah.
base of customer, 100 customers came to the online journey, 5% from buy from your online, but 5% actually used your online to go to the store and shop there. And their
Mm,
shopping in the store is always higher than the shopping
yes.
online.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now by making them converting on the online, we reduce their basket size.
Mm, mm,
It's covering this set of journeys that this Omni create, these different journeys, and optimizing for them and making sure you don't optimize one by lowering your revenue or impacting the customer in a bad way was
mm.
extremely challenging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, but that's very smart. Uh, again, like again with all of the bubble of AI, people, businesses talk about AI transformation. Whether it's it's healthcare, whether it's some other domain. So in retail, how do you see AI transformation, and where do you think AI can actually create an impact?
Yeah. So uh, AI right now will have a big impact in all businesses, all of them. Like there is an opportunity everywhere. And in the retail world, there are challenges that have been unsolved for many years. There are a lot of tools that are created to make sure the retail works the way it should be. And here, for example, you would hear a lot of issues in retail in after sales and a lot of issues in forecasting uh, for stock management. And these
Mm,
issues need a solution, and AI will be and was and will continue to improve on these fields to make the life of retailers easier. But where AI will add value from the hype that is happening right now, from the new large language model capabilities, is that it will create a new shopping journeys for customers. There
yes.
are people today who are delegating the choice of their shop, of what I'm going to buy, to ChatGPT or Gemini or Llama or any large language model. They go there and they're like, oh, there is something that is not main to my life. I need to fix my car. There is a piece and I'm not a mechanical and I need this piece. Can you find it to me online, wherever shop you trust that is good? Oh, it's this one. I go and buy. And now we have created a new channel for the customer journey. And maybe in the short future, like I would say less than 5 years in the future, a lot of people will make purchases from their AI chat window.
Yeah, yeah. So tell me more about. So we were researching about the Pipenile before this podcast, and it got a lot of interest for me because we do a lot of similar work. What you guys are doing about Pipenile. So tell me more about Pipenile. Which organizations are you targeting, and what is the ultimate goal of Pipenile?
Yes. So Pipenile is a company that was created in 2024. Uh, the reason why I created this company was that if you go and you check online and you check the hype on artificial intelligence, it's very noisy.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
seems like AI will solve all of the problems today. And it seems that AI is extremely dangerous for the workspace
Mm,
today. And
mm,
there are a lot of noise. There are a lot of true information with a lot of journalism, with a lot of uh, buzz on the subject. And it's extremely hard as a leader in a company if you're not very technical, if you're coming from a business background, if you're coming from legal background, whatever background you're coming from, to know what would work, what would not work, what should I do in my company to leverage the power of AI, and what
mhm,
I should not be afraid of, and where I can gain my competitive advantage. And these are based on the field, on the company level. Some companies are trying to be leaders in their market and gaining a lot of market share. Some companies are trying to maintain their position in the market. Some companies are trying to reduce their costs. Every company had their own KPIs, their own vision for where they want to go. But within this noise of AI, it's very hard as a leader to take the right decision. So I've created Pipenile, and that is actually the main problem it solves. It assists the leaders in their transformation and leveraging the power of AI for their companies. And the main impact is their KPIs, is really what matters for them, making sure that they have an expertise about what are the risks, where are the hypes that you should not follow, where is the investment that is not worth it first, and what is the priorities, what are the priorities that we should follow. Maybe a company is not even ready to take that level of artificial intelligence. They don't have any data to be based on. They've not been collecting data for the last 10 years. They want to do artificial intelligence. So maybe the first step for them is just to build the background or the ground of having data. And that's what Pipenile is doing.
amazing, amazing. So what do you think about the mistakes companies usually do when they're told that you can add AI, or they're trying to add AI, but they're still following the same old school methods and old school type of work ethics, because a lot of times we also see that with AI a lot of things are evolving, not only in the way things work, and also how things change. How do you think so what mistakes usually companies or CEOs usually make when they're trying to add AI, which you consult as well as as a founder of Pipenile, of you are in contact with a lot of CEOs and a lot of founders. What do you think, what mistakes usually these companies do when they're trying to add AI?
Yes. So the first mistake, the first one, the most obvious one is that they think that they are going to add AI. That's the first one. Like, let's be honest. You go to a company, you ask them how many people here, how many employees are using AI daily? Rather, the company knows or they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 90% will raise their hand and they will tell you, yes, we use AI. So the company is using AI. Do you want to control it and to make sense of it and to make it impactful for your business? Or do you want it to run as a tool in the wild and be used by your employees the way they think it's good? So the first mistake is that they think they are going to add it. They're not going to add it. They're just going to make sure it is gathered and it is going toward the vision that they have. But
Mm-hmm.
mainly what I found as the main issue is the underestimating what the employees need to go through as a change to be able to use AI in a productive way. So the focus will be on the budget, on where we should optimize on the KPI. And we would forget that today, if you introduce AI in the company, it's a collaboration it's to augment the people that you have, it's to empower the people that you have. We don't have AI today that will be independent and you will tell I
True.
have an artificial intelligence that I can delegate all of my legal issues to, and they
Yes.
will be the best lawyer in the world. That
Mm,
maybe will come one day, maybe not, but today we don't have that. So underestimating the training and the elevation and the empowerment that the employees need is actually what stops it from giving you all of the power and all of the productivity that you will.
Perfect. And in the next 2 to 3 years, obviously it's a long shot, and with AI revolving so quickly, you can't say anything. But with your experience in the next 2 3 years, how do you see AI in retail, and especially with omni commerce that you talked about, and also about Pipe Nile? Where do you see both of these using AI, and especially in retail?
So if we take AI globally and if we take the direction that it will take,
Mm,
before we had a lot of AI in the last years, but it was hidden. It was annoying us with some ads, sometimes doing a good job by recommending some movies, recommending some articles to shop. But we had a lot of AIs in companies. Then recently, with this hype, it moved into assisting people. So a
mm,
lot of co-piloting. If you're a software engineer, you would use AI to code part of your code. If you are a lawyer, you will use AI to get information about the latest laws that are in the field. If you are a marketer, etc., etc. So AI has moved from being in the background to being an assistant and co-piloting everyone in their life.
mm.
What I think AI will go to in the next 5 years is that my claim is that AI will make in the next 5 years more decisions that humans have made in the last 50 years.
Oh, okay.
So I think that we will start delegating part of our lives to AI. Let's take an example. As a normal person, I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to manage my meals. I don't have time to choose what I want to eat. But there are certain things that I want to eat, and there are certain things that I cannot eat. And it doesn't seem for some people, not everyone, for some people, a main task that I need to spend time on. Some enjoy it, some not. So we will see people delegating that part of their life completely to AI as a delegation of decision taking. Just plan my meals. I will come at noon. I want my dish. And you
Yeah,
know what I like and I don't like. And sometimes I would go with mood swings detected somehow. Put a detector in the phone, in the watch. But I
mm,
want you to know my mood swings and I know you I want some chocolate. And you would see a lot of people delegating what they don't like to manage in their life, whatever it is that is annoying them, like finance, for example. Taking a great finance decision is very hard for a lot of us. It will be delegated in the next years. I will be like, okay, this AI manages my budget. I just need to go on vacation by this summer to this part of the world. Make sure I have enough money to make it. So cut my budget when it's not relevant enough or make the right investment.
yeah, yeah.
With this delegation happening slowly and taking over part of what the humans were doing, we would see that it will change a lot in the world. And the first part where it will happen is our companies. Companies will start delegating main decisions, recurrent decisions, slow decisions to artificial intelligence. We will not totally replace humans, but we will start
Mm,
delegating those decisions.
yeah,
In this delegation, that's where the power will come from, and that's where the challenges will come from.
yeah, yeah. I think that makes sense. So now let's move to the rapid fire round. So in this round, the only thing that once it pops up in your mind, you have to speak it. You don't have to think about it. So the first one would be, what's the biggest myth about AI transformation?
Today, that it will transform people, that it will replace people.
Mm.
Like you
One.
put AI, people will go. That's today a myth.
All right. One process every retailer or every retail business should automate.
Customer feedback, customer satisfaction.
Satisfaction. Yeah. One KPI that leaders should track, especially when they're using AI.
Probably accountability. If the AI makes the decision, who is accountable?
All right. So, in your opinion, what slows AI adoption the most? Is it fear? Is it cost? Or is it the culture?
Always culture.
Culture. Why do you think?
Always for all transformations.
Why is the
Every change that happened, the culture is the main resistance.
all right?
Always.
All right. So, one AI trend leaders are overreacting to or making a hype out of it.
Chatbots, that everything will be solved by a window in a chat and you
Mm.
will ask question and be answered. That's totally abused.
And one AI capability that leaders are underestimating.
The power of prompt engineering. Like if you have a company today and you didn't train all of your employees on prompt engineering, you are today losing opportunities. Today, everyone should know about prompt engineering if you want to survive in today with AI.
And one skill that you think leaders should learn using AI.
Using AI, how to talk to AI.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, in the end, what advice or what message do you want to give, especially for the younger audience that is listening, or especially people who are in the software engineering right now or in the computer science journey right now? And what do you want to, send them a message about it? Because obviously there's a lot of things people are talking about, whether a degree is required anymore or not, or what skills should we adapt now. Is AI going to replace us as software developers? So what's one message that you want to give to the young listeners?
So artificial intelligence today is a power and it will
Mm.
empower everyone who is using it. So if you're not using it today, that's not normal. You should start using it. And I've heard a lot of excuses to not use it. Is that no, I want to train my brain. I want to be able to do it myself. And those are excuses that should be removed and everyone should use artificial intelligence. It's like claiming I will look for the book myself. I will not use Google. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense in the journey. There are a lot of claims about the future of the job of software engineers and what AI will do that. I have a point of view, but I can guarantee nothing. Software engineering will survive. All a lot of jobs will survive. AI will cause a lot of chaos in jobs, a lot of chaos very
Mm,
fast. Some
mm,
jobs will disappear, others will appear that didn't exist, and the one in the middle, they will shift the way they work. For
yeah,
junior audience, this is not a problem because they are going to adapt very fast because they don't have a culture and habits that they need to get rid of. So it will
yeah.
be very smooth, very natural. In the software engineering field, a lot of new jobs will be created. What we need to do is to be open and to be able to adapt very fast. And I am not very pessimistic about young audience or juniors. They are going to do that naturally. I don't see that as an issue at all. So all what I would say is that learn about AI, use it, learn about its limitations, and there is nothing to be afraid of at all.
All right. Thank you very much, Ayoub. It was really amazing talking to you, and it was very insightful as well having you today. And thank you, everyone, for joining in the podcast. Hope we see you in the next one. Until then, hope you enjoy your holidays as well. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.